Boom.
You like this next bullet point, cowboy? You'll know when you hear it. Coming up soon.
Okay.
Systems green. Begin scan. Contact.
Right, we're all quite close around this terraformer thing. If you come to me then, and I'll go out with a little bit of too many freaking asteroids on this one. Find me and your targets and just come round my side.
Any particular distance you want us separated by?
About 200 or so.
200, okay.
Yeah. I'm just going to move towards these landing pads so we get a little bit of space. I'm just going 50.
Well, I'll just match straight to you. I'm following you. I'm 400 metres behind you.
Yep, see us all forming up. Right, so legacy rolls. So we've done the barrel roll. A legacy roll is a special type of manoeuvre where you turn, and I'll just stop. You turn your G-forces from pitch into yaw, because yaw doesn't have as much of an effect on the blackout or redout as what a pitch does. Yep. So if you're going sideways, you can handle a lot more G's as you can if you're going up down.
Yeah.
So what they do is they pull back on the stick, they roll 90 degrees, and then they boost. Yep, so they spin 90 degrees. Sometimes they can spin a little bit more, as long as you're on the 90.
Boost.
Go through that again, Graham. So you pull back on your stick and then turn 90 degrees.
You basically turn and then not turn. You do your backward. You do your pitch maneuver. So to target with, to test with. Sorry.
What the hell happened there? I just dropped out of the game totally. I don't know what happened. I'm back in it now.
Alright,
he's still there.
The ship's still moving around. Right, flying a straight line, nice and fast. So I'm going 240. I'm going to pull backwards till I've got about 90 degrees, and then I'm going to spin 90 degrees, roll, so that it goes into a yaw movement. And then I'm going to go 180 degrees, twist 90 degrees, and then boost. And I haven't even grayed out, never mind blacked out. 180 degrees, spin 90, boost. Everyone handling that okay?
Yeah. Seems to be.
Now to test it out, don't do the 90 degree spin. Pull back, go 180 and boost forward fast, and you should see all of the sides start to grey out.
I didn't get any red out, blackout, or anything.
Ain't knock. Alright, maybe it's a bit big for Gladiator then. Hey. What up? Hey, knock. We're just doing a bit of training. You can listen in if you want.
That's great, I'll be myself.
We're not finished, there's only missiles left. So that's the legacy roll. So the legacy roll is where you turn, instead of boosting straight away, you turn 90 degrees, roll 90 degrees, and you'll turn the memento into a sideways G. Leaving the boundary, so I'm coming back. Right, so the next bit is, if you're about to pass out, stop going the direction you're going. So don't add any more G-forces. So if you're pulling back and you're boosting and you start to black out, let go of the controls so you're not pitching anymore, just go straight. and that'll stop the G-forces. What you can do as well is, if I'm pulling back on a stick and I'm starting to black out and I let go, if you just push forwards a little bit, it'll apply an opposite G, but you don't want too much, just a little bit, and that can sometimes bring you out of a blackout as well, just to stop you from going into it. If it goes totally black, you're blacked out, nothing you can do, but you can sometimes stop it from going into a blackout by applying a little bit of the opposite G-force. Everybody got that? Any questions?
No, sir.
Right. While you're doing that, when you're doing all your rolls and things, you've got to be aware of where asteroids are, because it's very easy to find what we call an invisible asteroid. Yep. So when you're in a dogfight or someone's attacking you, you can do a barrel roll if they're following you. You can do a legacy roll, so you can turn around quickly. You should always know what your trajectory is. Right, your trajectory, I can't say it very well, but your trajectory is the path that your ship is going. It doesn't matter where you're pointing. Your ship will always follow a path. So, say you're in decoupled mode, and you press your decoupled mode, and you start to turn around, you're still flying in the same direction, but you can move your ship around, so your trajectory is the same. You should always be aware of your trajectory. Yeah, and that's useful if you're straight. So if you're flying forwards and you're turning, there's something called a total velocity indicator, which is a circle, and it's got a little arrow at the bottom that points up. Everyone see that? Yep. Right. If you strafe left and right, you'll see that moves. Strafe up and down, you'll see it moving as well. Everyone see it moving? Yeah.
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah. So if you fly top speed and you pull backwards, the harder you pull backwards, you'll see that total velocity start to drop off the bottom of the screen. That's where you start getting you're starting to drift. So if you drift, do 90 degrees, and you can strafe into the direction that is, and you won't get any G's, and you'll still maintain your velocity. If I pull upwards, go right, I can strafe left, and then I'm not getting any G's. Right. Any questions on that? Basically maintaining your velocity.
No, I'm good.
Everyone clear on that? Very good. Right, next bit is the fun bit, missiles and how to evade them. Right, there's two types of evasion, countermeasure and evasive maneuvers. So if somebody launches a missile at you, you can either try and outrun it or outturn it, or you can drop the appropriate countermeasure. There's 4 types of missile in the game. There's dumbfire, cross-section, heat-sinking, which is IR, and there's radar missiles. So dumbfire, you don't need a lock. So if somebody launches a dumbfire, they'll get a really fast lock and they'll just launch it. And it has a small amount of tracking in it, and it'll try and find you. If you drop a flare, it'll probably lose its tracking on you, and it'll probably follow the flare or the chaff. Cross-section, no, heat-seeking missile. If you drop a flare, the flare's hot, so the missile will go for the flare. If you've got a radar missile on you, drop a chaff. It's lots of bits of metal that disrupts the radar, and the missile will lose you and go for the chaff. Yeah, so a radar missile looks like a bolt of lightning on your HUD indicator. When somebody launches a missile at you, you'll see either a flame, like a hot flame, which means you need to drop a chaff, or you'll see a radar, which means you need to drop a chaff. Flame, drop a flare. Radar, drop a chaff. If you get a crossfire missile, there's no point dropping any countermeasures because it looks at your ship. So it finds your ship and the shape of it. You can try and minimize the cross section or you can try outmaneuvering it. Usually outmaneuvering. Any questions on the missiles?
Just to
Before
just to reiterate, there you've got flame, then you've got lightning flash, and then you've got what looks like to be like a cell phone signal tower. Those are the three signals.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I never knew that. I knew the flame one, but I didn't know the other one.
Yeah, it's like a lightning bolt. I haven't got any, otherwise I'd launch one at you and you'll be able to see what it's like. You can also tell what kind of missile you're going to launch at someone when you get a missile lock. It also has that symbol on the target, so you know what, like when you've got like 2 or 3 missiles locked, you see them all mount up against the target. The little icon will be what kind of missile you're going to launch, which is where you can look at the target. Underneath got EM, IR, CS. CS is cross-sectional, IR is your heat seeking, the EM is the radar.
It's worth saying, at the moment, none of this is balanced. So, for example, Gibbs' ship is emitting more cross-section than the Gladiator, for example, so it's liable to change in the next patch.
What I can't believe is I can't move right now.
Missile locked.
In any direction.
I can. If that makes you feel better, any cowboy.
There's no throttle, there's no nothing. I show 100% throttle and I sit dead still.
Move your mouse.
All that does is move the guns on top of my ship.
Press your brake and see if that works, or alt and tab out the game, tab back in, see if that does it.
That must have worked. I almost ran over you.
Pretty good. Right, next is
But your joystick's not working.
the joystick's not working.
Nope, I can't change attitudes at all.
Is your helmet moving around, or is like nothing moving at all with the joystick?
I can look around with the helmet and it works just fine, but I don't get any movement out of my ship. Nothing.
Press your right control
Missile locked.
and then let go of it. That might do it. And the other one is left control and tab.
Yeah, he's moving now.
I can left control
Got it.
tab, but I can't. I'm not changing any attitude at all.
I can see you moving on my screen, cowboy.
Well, I don't get any indication that I'm moving where I am.
Try your right control again, move around. No, I can't say moving anymore now.
No, he stopped it again.
You weren't flying around, were you, Wilkie? Because it looks like it's moving if you fly around.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
it
not
was.
moving at all. I can't
No.
move at all.
I'm not sure
Stop
what that
it.
is. Left control and tab is toggle free look. And the right, if you hold right control, move your joystick around. That's usually what moves your
Nothing's working, fellas.
All right. Well, we'll use you as target practice for the missiles.
You do that. Have a blast.
Right. So if everyone knocks a couple of missiles on the cowboy, and you'll see on the top right of the target what kind of missile it is that you're going to launch. And then launch.
I just hit my number 6 button. There we go. Yeah. I saw him. I just hit my number 6 button, and it works now. I can move.
All right, too clear. Go.
That I can't figure out.
Right.
I
so-
reset and dropped out of the game. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Something screwed up.
You're not in the game anymore. Cowboy. That looks alright now. Right. So that is types of missile. Right? Radar, chaff, IR, taken, flare,
As soon as I
gunfire.
hit my voice attack, I drop out.
Right, so it must be some kind of voice attack thing. What did you press to get back? 6.
Yeah, I pressed 6.
Yeah, maybe it's shut your engine down for some reason. Are we ready to continue?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna have to get out of the game to reset this.
Proximity alert start. Proximity alert overhead. Contact.
You guys go ahead. I'll be back in a little bit.
Alright. Right, so the next part is we've gone through countermeasures and the different types of missile. The next bit is if someone launches a missile at you, you need to know if it's the person you're fighting with, in which case you usually see a missile come out of them, or if it's somebody else. And the reason you say that is if it's somebody else, it means the one that you're fighting with is not the only person that's attacking it. You can also use the radar to find out where the missiles come from, which we'll see in a minute. And you need to know if they're all coming from the same direction. So have they all been launched from the same ship, or have they come from lots of different directions? If you're going to avoid something that comes from the same ship, they've all been launched together, it's easier to maneuver away from those than it is if they start to come from all different directions. Just say you're top of the leaderboard, you're on the last kill, everyone's launching missiles at you and they're coming from lots of different directions. You're going to have to maneuver differently as if just one person's shot like 5 missiles at you. And if you can't find the missile on the radar, then you're going to have to go straight into evasive maneuvers because you don't have time to stop and look around because it'll blow you up. Right, so here we go. How many have we got? Right. Okay, Nox not in here, would you? We're gonna launch a few missiles at each other. Right, so Wardian, Wilkie. Wardian is gonna launch, and I need to get about. Right, Wardian, get about 600, say about 800 meters or so away from Wilkie. Target him with 1 missile, and Wilkie's gonna evade the missile. Right. What kind of missiles you got, Wardian?
Sorry, I was on mute. Heat seeking. It was.
Heat seeking,
and I used the flare to avoid it.
Right. Very good. That's a flare. So flares are easy. Heat missiles are easy to avoid by dropping a flare, but it's important you don't boost straight after because boost is also hot. Used to know that, but I've just got to go through it anyway. The other one's radar. I don't think any of us have radar ones, but if you drop a chaff, that should drop them off. But what I've noticed in Battle Royale is if I drop a flare, it gets rid of them faster than the chaff, so that must be some kind of bug. but it's supposed to be you drop a chaff. Another thing about chaff is that it can also drop the target off. So if you target someone and they drop so many chaffs, you'll lose the target lock on them and you'll target the nearest hostile, which is sometimes in Battle Royale when we play, it can be like a friendly, but you'll lose the target and he'll still be on you. You've got to watch out for that.
Alright.
Right, so if you target Wardian,
What are you in? Private match?
yeah, we're in a private free space, so you won't be able to join in yet. But we're almost done. There's just like a couple of little things to do.
Okay, I'll just sit here and hang.
Right, so we'll target Wardian with one missile.
I have.
Right, what kind of missile is it?
It's a heat-seeking missile.
Heat-seeking missile. Right, so when you launch the missile, Wardian should see the missile on the radar in red. Right, are you ready, Wardian? Right, okay, so we'll if you send your missile out. Right, so Wardian, there we go. Well done. Drop the flare. Did you see it on the radar? Yeah, must be a bit close. What have I got? Right, so I've got heats. Move forward a bit, Wilkie.
I'm behind the thing. Right, moving up.
Yeah.
What range do you want me at?
Just stay where you are now. I'll come away a bit. Right, so I'm going to launch from 2.5 meters away, 2,500 meters away. I'm going to launch a heat-seeking missile at it. Yeah. And it's going to show up on the radar, and then you drop a flare and fly away. Another important thing about countermeasures is if you don't move away from the countermeasure, you might get hit by the blast.
Alright.
Right, missile away. Can you see it on the radar?
Yeah.
Very good. Right, it's locked back on you. Drop another flare. Right, it's gone. Right, did you notice how it's... I saw it follow the flare and then it went, nah, that's not him, and then started picking on you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will do same with Wardian. Are you ready, Wardian?
Flare ready.
Right, here we go. So you should see it on your radar, you'll see where it's coming from, and then off you go, and then drop a flare.
Flare drop. Missile.
Right, that's avoided. Nope, it's turned. Yeah, but how's that? Avoided. Pretty good. Right, the next one is going to be harder.
Missile locked.
So the next one is a cross section. Doesn't matter what chaff flare you drop on this one. This is the one where you need to outmaneuver it. To outmaneuver it, you find it on your radar, you point towards it, and you strafe around it to keep it in view at all times. If it gets too close, you're going to have to fly off and boost away. You got that? Yeah, Wilkie. Got to get a bit closer because I'm 2k away. The different missiles have different ranges and different times to lock on.
Oh, that's a certain kill.
Yeah. Whoa. I changed my strafe so it's the right way around and now I can't get used to it. And so I've got a missile locked on you. I'm going to move away a bit. It's gone. I tell you what.
I'll move up. No, it's alright.
No,
move up.
it's no good being stationary. I've got to follow you. Otherwise, you've got to accelerate now to blow you up. Right, that's better. Yeah, it was a cross section.
Okay.
But fly away from us.
I'm flying.
Okay. Right. Keep going. Keep going. Fast as you can.
I'm maxed.
Right, slow down a bit. God, this training course needs some work, like. Right, launch. No, I'm not. Launched. Right, get your still away. Nah.
I swear I'm crippled.
What, you're in the Avenger?
I didn't even see it in my radar.
That's boring.
Missile locked.
Right, we'll fly away and I'll chase you down. I think it'll work better with the Gladius bigger cross section. Right, this is better. Right, I'm going to launch from 1k away. See it in your radar, and then try and strafe out of the way of it. That's it, doing good, doing good. Oh, that's still hit.
Missile locked. Missile locked.
Right, I'm boost strafing. Yeah,
Shields recharging.
I'm not dropping any countermeasures. Maybe that's what I should do. Do a demonstration of it first. Got any more missiles, would you? Yeah, might have to put that in a different training course.